In this video, I will show you how to unclog or clear out your AC condensate drain line. You may have a leak under your AC and the AC switches off when the drain pan gets full due to a device called a float switch. Or in the case of what happened here, the primary float switch in the condensate line was triggered first because the drain pipe backed up to the end, but there was no leak anywhere. But when I opened the drain pipe cap, I could clearly see that it was full. But it's supposed to be empty, and you should even be able to pour in more liquids without problems. Some models even have a clear portion of the pipe where you can see whether or not the line is backed up, like this one. Many times when your drain line is clogged, the AC will run for a little bit and then stop when the pipe gets filled up, then start running again after the water had a chance to drain out and the float switch deactivated. Unclogging the drain line is a pretty quick fix after you gather all the right tools. For now, leave this cap off for better suction. First, you will need a strong shop vacuum such as this 5 horsepower one. This vacuum can be used for both dry and wet vacuuming as well as blowing out in reverse. In order to use the wet vacuuming, you must first remove the filter, and you might as well empty the bin too. Then close it back up and plug it in. You will need to locate the end of your condensate drain line, which should be outside somewhere. Once you find it, tape the end of your vacuum hose over the drain pipe so that you can suck out all the gunk that has solidified and accumulated over time, resulting in slow or no drainage. Also, make sure that you still have the cap open near your air handler, as I mentioned earlier, because otherwise no air will pass through, like when you plug the end of a drinking straw. I first used painter's tape to connect to the vacuum hose, but this proved to not be a good enough seal because when I opened the vacuum after running it, there was nothing at all inside the tub. I added another layer of tape and still nothing. Then I tried a thicker white duct tape, and this did the trick, making sure to hold the connection each time with my hand for an even better seal. I could feel all the gunk flowing through the vacuum hose and let it run for a few minutes. When I opened the vacuum again, there was a bunch of gunk inside there that looked almost like puke. When I went back inside to check the top of the pipe inside, I could see that it was completely empty, and I even poured some white vinegar in there for a little cleaning, followed by water, and it was flowing freely. You can also do the same suction from this end of the line, but I was feeling a little lazy at this hour. When I turned the AC on again, it was running perfectly, so I replaced the cap and moved on to flush the condensate line in the other AC unit in this duplex for good measure, even though it was not clogged and never really does as